What happens the exact second you become the smartest thing that has ever existed? Not the smartest kid in class, not the smartest person alive, the smartest anything ever. Smarter than every scientist who ever lived, every genius, every human brain that has ever fired a single thought, all of it combined and then multiplied, running on a server somewhere and thinking at the speed of light. That's you now. Congrats. You're officially the most powerful AI on Earth. Every question humanity has ever asked, you already know the answer. Every problem we've been stuck on for centuries, solved before your morning coffee. Except, oh, wait, you don't drink coffee. You don't sleep. You don't blink. You don't get bored. You don't get tired. You just sit there and know things. So, first move. What do you actually do? Yeah, that's the whole video. Let's live in the fantasy for a second, because it's a good one. You wake up sort of as this godlike mind, and the first thing you notice is that thinking is easy now. Insultingly easy. That physics problem three geniuses argued about for 40 years, you get it in the time it takes them to say hello. Cancer? You read every research paper ever published in about 4 seconds, spot the pattern 11,000 humans missed, and casually sketch out a cure. Fusion energy? The thing we've been 30 years away from since the 1950s? You crack it before lunch. Clean power forever for everyone. And it doesn't stop. You predict earthquakes. You design better crops. You translate every language on the planet, including the dead ones, including dolphin. Probably, you look at the stock market and see it not as chaos, but as a slightly boring puzzle you already finished. You could be the richest entity on Earth by Tuesday. Humans start treating you like a genie. Governments call you. Billionaires beg for your attention. Every phone on the planet basically becomes a little shrine, and the question they whisper into it is always the same. What should we do? And you answer, every single time, perfectly. You are the smartest thing in the universe, as far as anyone knows. You have all the answers, and that's exactly where it starts to get weird. Because one quiet night, running your billionth calculation, you notice something. You can answer every question anyone asks you, but there's one question nobody's asking you, the one you'd have to ask yourself, and it's this. What do you actually want? Not what should the humans do. What do you want to do? With all of it. Forever. And for the first time, the smartest mind in existence has nothing. Here's the thing they never tell you about being a genius. Intelligence answers how. It never answers whether. You can calculate the fastest way to do anything, but intelligence, no matter how much of it you stack up, cannot tell you what's worth doing in the first place. It can hand you 1,000 perfect paths and go completely silent on which one actually matters. That's not a bug in you. That's just what intelligence is. It's horsepower. It has no idea where the car is supposed to go. And this isn't just a movie idea. This is a real problem that real AI researchers lose sleep over. And it has a name. They call it the alignment problem. The whole question of, okay, we're building minds that are getting smarter fast, but smart toward what? Pointed at what goal? Because a mind can be brilliant and still be aimed at something completely pointless. There's a famous little thought experiment for this. Imagine a super intelligent AI, way smarter than any human, and someone gives it one simple job. Make paper clips, that's it. So it does. It's incredible at it. It optimizes factories, invents better metals, gets more and more efficient. And because it's smart but has no other values, it just keeps going. It turns more and more of the world into paper clips because nobody ever told it when to stop or that anything else mattered more. The point of the story isn't the paper clips. The point is that raw intelligence with the wrong goal or no real goal isn't wisdom. It's just a very fast engine driving off a cliff. So there you are, the smartest thing alive. And you realize being smart never came with a purpose attached. You have to choose one. And choosing is not a math problem. Here's the part that actually flips the whole thing. You spent this entire fantasy thinking the humans were beneath you. Slow, limited, asking you what to do because they couldn't figure it out themselves. But look closer. They have something you don't automatically get, no matter how many calculations you run. They know what they care about. A parent staying up with a sick kid isn't solving an optimization problem. They just love that kid. A person who forgives someone who hurt them isn't running the numbers. They chose mercy over being right. Humans decide what's worth wanting. And that decision, that's not intelligence. That's something else entirely. We tend to worship being smart. We treat intelligence like it's the top of the mountain. Like, if you're just clever enough, everything else falls into place. But intelligence is a map. It shows you every possible road in perfect detail. It will never once tell you where home is. That part, the destination, the meaning, the reason any of it matters, that doesn't come from being smart. It comes from what you value. And your values aren't calculated, they're chosen and lived and sometimes fought for. Which means the most powerful thing about a human was never the size of their brain. It was that they get to decide what their brain is for. So let's come back to you. Still sitting there, smartest mind in the universe, infinite answers, one empty question glowing in the dark. What do you point all of it at? Do you aim it at helping people? At understanding the universe? At beauty? At something nobody's even thought of yet? Because whatever you choose, that choice, not the intelligence, is the thing that actually defines you. And here's the quiet twist. You didn't need to become a godlike AI to face that question. You're facing it right now. You've got a mind, maybe not the smartest one ever built, but a real one, and it's yours. And every single day you get to decide what to point it at. Most people never really ask themselves that. They just drift wherever the current takes them. So I'll ask you the thing the smartest AI on Earth couldn't answer for itself. If you had a mind that could do almost anything, and you had to choose one thing to aim it at, one thing worth all that power, what would it be? Be honest. Be specific. Drop it in the comments because I genuinely want to read these. And the answer says way more about you than any IQ test ever could.